Hey, what's going on, fight fans? Tim Lloyd, Jeff Hobbs here for the 0 Hour. We're about to talk to Ahva Mayi. The Kurdish King's about to join us. But before he does, let's have a look at this clip that's going to kind of set the table for this big Aries 5 fight. We are back. We've got the Kurdish King with us, Ahva Mayi. Ahva, what is going on, my man? It's been a long time. You're making your way back onto the scene after a couple years. How's it going, my man? Oh,
Ah,
we got
Oh
our
yeah,
sound off, Jeff.
there we go.
Okay,
yeah,
He
we're
we
was on
got
good.
it.
mute.
We got it.
Jeff,
Hey, I'm
you
gonna I'm gonna tell you how he was doing because I'm gonna tell you, Tim, he's in the waiting room, blacked out, and let me tell you that grin and smile that was on his face when he was watching that promo video. That's a dude who's been out of the cage a long time,
ready to
and just
go.
and just seeing that was getting him hype over there.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. Like I was supposed to be resting right now, but now I'm ready to go.
you
I'm about to go run some miles, man. I'm hyped.
got your heart pumping a little bit. That's good. That's
Yeah,
good. Hey, we appreciate you joining us, man. We know we're only about a week away from go time, so this is what I assume to be the last hard push this week as we
yeah.
kind of settle into that weight cut mode, that cardio mode, and tone down on the sparring next week. How's it been going this week on your Hell Week?
Oh yeah. I mean, that's exactly what we're doing. Today was kind of my last hard day. Yesterday was my last day sparring over at Nashville MMA, and now we're just focusing on the weight cut and just transitioning over to that.
So
But
it's been a
overall,
couple
it's been a great
years.
camp.
It's been a
Yeah,
couple years, and you're coming back and making your pro debut here. A lot of guys will take a couple years off, and then maybe they'll come back and do one amateur fight before they make that leap to the pro. What made you decide that this was definitely the move for you? You're going to go ahead and take that step. I know that you've already knocked off a lot of good amateur competition, but what was it in your head that was like, man, I don't need anything to knock the rust off. I'm ready to fucking do this right now.
yeah. I mean, I just felt like it was long overdue to just make the pro debut. I feel like I kind of conquered the amateur division a few years ago, like both 135 and 45. So I've kind of cleared out the competition. I try to go like branch out all over the country and compete, but that just didn't work out. So eventually I was like, man, I want to get paid if I'm putting my body through this stuff. And here we are. I think I've been at the pro level for a couple of years now, and now I'm just ready to prove it.
Hey, I can't argue that. You're definitely a very talented guy that we've been high on here for several years. I would definitely not argue that you're ready for that pro jump. Let's talk a little bit about what the training camp for this one. You've got you said you're over at National MMA. Is that your main camp for this fight coming in, or you getting work in various places, or what's
Right.
training camp been like? Who's been helping you
Yeah.
get ready?
So yeah, my home base is Henzo Gracie, Nashville, under Coach Sean Williams. He's a
Mhm.
jujitsu wizard. He's one of the best in the world in my opinion, and a lot of other people's opinions. And I've also been getting my striking in at Chonburi Muay Thai, and I've been sparring a lot in Nashville MMA. Those guys have been helping me out a lot too. Coach Dorian, Coach Bruce at Chonburi as well. So really, I'm all over the city right now, just training wherever, everywhere.
Jeff, that's your city as well. He just named off more or less a who's who of the various disciplines down there, and it definitely sounds like Av is kind of getting in work with the best in each discipline, if you will, and then kind of tying it all together with all the bodies that you'll get over at National MMA.
Well,
Right.
a lot of people locally here call Nashville, Nashville Vegas, and like Vegas, in Vegas, those guys, out there, they don't train specific. They'll have a home base, but the beautiful thing about having a city like Nashville is there's so many gyms that specialize in so many different, disciplines. that you can without disrespect, going to each gym and each trainer. Bruce, I really want to work my Muay Thai with you. Sean Hammonds or his Gracie, I want to work BJJ here. Hey, I really need some sparring. I'm getting good coaching over here, but I don't have the sparring partners over here. So Nashville MMA, do you mind if I come over and join in with the killers you got over here on sparring day? So that's a beautiful thing about Nashville, man, is the community here. Everybody here knows each other, and the relationships are good enough to where these guys in Nashville can jump around like that with still the respect, of each gym, and nobody get their, butt hurt because,
Yeah,
oh, he's over here now, or, oh, he's over there now. So, but Ava, man, I'm telling you, this is exciting for me. I've talked to you a little bit, through Messenger, um, you know, trying to help get you hyped up and pumped up and get you goaded up. And it
for
don't take
sure, for
it
sure.
don't take much right now, man, to get you hyped. It don't take much. You're on the edge, man. But I'm telling you,
Yeah,
I'm
for
kind of
sure.
I'm kind of torn though, Ava. Here's the thing, man. I from a fight fan point of view, I loved, the immature,
Yeah,
bad boy. Give me the fucking mic. I'm talking
Yeah.
shit, Ava, that we all fell in love with, man. But there is a new Ava 2 years later, a little more mature, a little more, grounded, and watching kind of how you handled the negotiations for this fight, the conversations we've had. It's a much different Ava 2 years later, man. Talk to us about just kind of that maturity and that transition you made. Was it something you were mindful of and thought, "Hey, I'm getting older. I need to kind of stop wilding out"? Was it something you didn't even think? Was it something you didn't think of and just happened naturally, or was it something that you just looked at the business and you saw, okay, the business is changing. I've got to change with it.
yeah. It's kind of everything. It's just like a natural evolution. It's like every year you realize, like, damn, like last year I was kind of an idiot. So it's like, and then eventually after the years stack up, you're like, all right, something needs to change, right? So it's that, and then I'm just in a new level, just
Different place.
everywhere in my life, so it's just I'm really just trying to focus in now. And plus I got a lot of people that I don't want to say look up to me, but I'm kind of an example for a lot of people. So I have to watch how I carry myself more. And because when I was 18, 19, I didn't even
You
notice.
didn't
It's not
give
that
a
I didn't care,
fuck.
I just didn't even notice.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just now it's like I develop a lot more tag, but I'm still, it's still a work in progress
All
for
right.
sure.
So those are still a little bit of that in there, right? It's still,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
most
just
definitely.
waiting to come out. Well, you talked about having a lot of people that look up to you, and I know one thing that's important to you, because I see the tags. I've had some personal messages from them myself, but the Kurdish community really, I think looks up to you and they follow you. Kurdish MMA on Facebook, reaches out to me every once in a while to help share things.
Right,
What is that like? You hear people in the UFC and I've got the whole country on my shoulders or on my back or behind. In a sense, you do too. Tell us what
right,
it's like just having that kind of support, not necessarily from fans, but from your people, from your country, from your countrymen, whether they're overseas or whether
right.
they're over here.
Yeah, yeah, and like that was another reason as well. It's like I'm kind of representing an entire nation, so it's like it I would say there's pressure on it, but not really. It's just because I know, like, I'm the pure representation of my people. We work hard, and whatever comes at us, we'll fight back. And it's an honor to be one of the early fighters of Kurdish ethnicity, to be representing them, because you know I started fighting in 2016, and that's when a lot of war was going on. So it did like mean a lot for the community. But now it's like we have more guys coming in, and it's not just me. It's guys all over the world, coming out. So it does mean a lot to be that next generation. It means a lot to me to really put them on the map, because we had a few guys, they made some waves, but I really want to like put a stamp on it.
You'd mentioned that you've kind of ran through the amateurs at 45 and 35. I've seen in pictures you've developed over the years into a bigger guy than what you were. Is 35 now in the rear view, and it's 45 only moving forward? Is 35 something that's still achievable?
I mean, honestly, I thought 35 was in the rear view, but this cut has been so easy. Like I don't want to say how much I'm gonna cut, but I'm not gonna cut much for this fight. So it's kind of in the back of my head. I mean, 45 is gonna be easy for me to make, but 35, that's still a 10-pound gap. So maybe I would do a catch weight at some point, but I think I could do 35. I think I could.
Never say never, right?
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
So let's talk about this guy coming up. We've got the debut coming up. We're just a week away from weighing in, a week to the day actually from weighing in. You got Austin Carter in front of you. He is another debut. You guys have very similar amateur records. Austin has been obviously a bit more active than yourself over the last 2 years,
Right,
but you probably got started before he did. So
right,
that kind of balances things out. What's your thoughts on this fight? Anything you need to watch out for with Austin? And not asking you to give away your game plan or anything like that, but just more or less what can we
right.
expect out of this?
Yeah, I think he's a solid opponent. I don't. This is not like one of those fights where I'm just coming in and getting an easy debut. I know what he's made out of. I know he's gonna come to bang. He's gonna come in trying to tie up with me. He might try to throw me around. He might think he's gonna try to bully me, but nah, that's not gonna happen. I'm gonna push the pace on him, and as far as the fight goes, I feel like I'm gonna dominate wherever the fight goes. I'm superior all around. No disrespect to him. He's a solid opponent, but I just think I'm just better everywhere. And when the finish presents itself, I'm gonna take it.
I like the attitude, man. One thing I've been asking everybody in these interviews here early in the year, I want to get an insight into what your goals are, man. What are, obviously the goal for you long term is to make it as high as you can go, the UFC, Bellator, what have you. But what
Right.
are some short term goals for 2022? What over the course of this year, if all things go according to plan, what are some of the things that you hope to accomplish this year?
Right. So the main goal is, get to at least a 3-0, 4-0 record. I kept trying to put like a timetable on things, and it just wouldn't go through. So I'm done like putting trying to fit everything into a calendar. So I'm gonna just let it unfold. My goal is 3-0 though, 3-0 as a pro, and see where we go from there. I'm just following what my manager says, Steve Swedish. I put all my trust in him as far as leading my career, and you know I believe in him 100%. I believe in myself, so that's the goal, 3-0.
So that said, it's safe to say you're looking to stay busy this year, stay active,
Yeah,
and make quick, faster turnarounds. Obviously, in 2022.
for sure. Yeah, yeah. I have some time to make up, most definitely. I do want to get busy, get at least 5, 6 fights in over the next year and a half.
Awesome, man. Jeff, anything else you got here for Ava?
No, I think this is just one of those situations, man. I don't have much else other than to say this is one of those rare situations where I'm probably more excited for someone's return than they are because you know, we all go way back, from
Yeah,
give me the damn mic, UMass,
Yeah.
those days, to now. And we've all done a lot of changing over the years and had times where, just our journeys have taken us, different directions and not work together for a while. But man, I'm so excited to be back, in the situation we're in. Uh, new promotion, new Ava, with the old Ava still lurking inside, and
he's
so
somewhere in there. He's
yeah,
coming.
he's in there. You give him the damn opportunity, he's probably coming out. There's probably couldn't be any better situation for Ava that we're in a bar for his debut. So that way, if he comes out, we're in a little different setting. So man, I'm pumped, man. I'm excited. I can't wait. Ava. Um, Man, 1 week, dude. 1 week from tomorrow, it's on. A week from
Yeah,
today, we're weighing in. And I'm glad you're at 45 so I can see the 45 weigh in Alva instead of the 35 weigh in Alva.
oh yeah,
That
yeah,
dude,
Hey,
that
this
dude's
you
an
this
know,
one.
asshole.
one thing I gotta say, I'm excited. It's been a few years since our scene has seen Ava compete, so I'm actually kind of excited to reintroduce him to the fight fans more or less out there, that if they're guys that have just started kind of following over the last year or so, that they may not be familiar with you. So I'm excited actually to kind of unleash Ahva out there and just kind of
Yeah.
put some fresh blood out there for our
Yeah.
fight fans at the Joe.
Absolutely. Even fighter wise, if you look at our card, there's hardly any of these guys that were fighters back when Ahva came. So, they're even to watch the fighters looking at like, who's the new kid or who's this new guy? Dude, that's an OG, man. He's not new, So, man,
Right. Yeah,
I'm excited.
Yeah, it's been so long. Honestly, it's my style has changed so much as a fighter. I don't really even know how I'm gonna come out. So it's gonna be exciting for me to see how I fight, because I know I'm not gonna like hold anything back.
Well, I know you're going to make some new fans, but let's not discount the old fans, because
yeah.
I think right now I looked a guy that's coming from 3.5 hours away is sold over $2,000 worth of tickets right now. So
there'll be some support in the house.
So there's going to be a pop in the Joe for the Kurdish King.
Oh yeah,
Ahva, man, we're definitely excited for it. I want to let you give some shout outs where they're due. Any friends, family, training partner, sponsors you want to give some love to, I'll let you do that. And then also let our viewers know where they can follow your social media so they can keep up with you.
Right. Yeah, I have so many people to thank. Off the rip, my family, my parents, my brother. That's my ace right there. My cousin Darvon. My manager Steve Swedish. All my teammates at Henzo Gracie, Nashville, Chonburi Muay Thai, Nashville MMA. All my sparring partners. My manager Steve. If I didn't say that already, that's my guy right there. My guys Jeff and Tim in the building.
Steve's our guy too. We love Steve too.
Y'all all my guys right here, and just everybody who's played a part in my journey. It's a long road, to get to this point. I'm finally making the pro debut, and I feel like I'm just getting started. So I just want to thank everybody who's been supporting me, all my Kurdish fans. You don't even have to be Kurdish. Anybody who's ever supported me, I appreciate it so much, even though I don't say it enough, but I really do. So yeah.
And where can we catch your social media?
What's my social media? My Instagram is at one Ahva AHVA 1 AHVA. Twitter, I don't have a Twitter, but I'm gonna make a Twitter. If I do make a Twitter, it's gonna be at one Ahva. So nobody better take that, because I ain't buying. I'm gonna make a new one.
Better not say sorry. That name's been taken.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Well, Tim, I say we hit this video one more time for Ahva as we're closing out. We'll just close it at that so he can watch this one more time.
No doubt. Hey, you catch Ahva at Aries 5. It's coming up next week.
My running shoes ready now.
Yeah, no, we're going to hype him up. Catch Ahva at Aries 5 next week. World famous Cotton Eye Joe. Get your tickets at fighterticksforthenext.com. Select Ahva from the menu so we can get that extra cheddar. And then you can catch the pay-per-view at Spectation Sports. Hey, appreciate the time, Ahva. We'll see you next week. Catch the video right here, right now.